Hello, this is our video of the cost of Nepal and what it costs to do our trek and out with.
Okay, so basically I had a list of all the costs each day that we had to pay for in Nepal and during the trek as well, so I kept a detail of it, and I've got a spreadsheet on my phone as well. I know it might seem a bit anal, but it's probably the best thing. It helps to budget, and especially if we're trying to do a longer term trip, and sometimes this cherub's a bit daft with money, so we've got to make sure we curb that. But so overall for the trek, it is, I'm not gonna lie, it was a big expense. And just to put this into perspective, Rob and I have been saving for years to do this trip, and we gave up quite a lot of things. We stayed with my parents, which was a fantastic help, and I cannot thank them enough for it. And we all got on really well anyways. It wasn't that much of a hardship. It's just that we didn't buy a house, we didn't do the normal thing people do when they get married. We decided to go on this trip. So to give you an overall for the cost, so overall for the trek for the two of us cost £2,678. So that's with Can Do Adventures, that's just the trek. So that is for our guide, the tea houses, our entrances to the parks, the national parks in Nepal, but that didn't include food, or it didn't include flights or insurance. So that's where the money can start to kind of go quite high. So initially we were supposed to go to Sri Lanka, but then we had to change our itinerary, change our plans, because of what happened in April this year. We didn't feel it was safe enough to go. Might go at some other point, but basically we lost a bit of money for our flights for that, to change them, and we'd already booked the trek to do it in December, so we wanted to pull that forward a month early to start the trip off and do that in November. And it cost us £40 each to change the flights because of the flights in Lukla, so that was £80 more on top of the trek. So normally Can Do's price is £1,299 per person, but because of the two of us having to change our flights, it was £1,339. So like I said, it's quite pricey. So per person then, in total, it cost me and Robbie £1,339 per person, so to change that. On top of that, we had to get insurance. We had to get specific insurance for the trek. We went with True Traveller. Robbie and I looked into that. I think you found that actually. We just done a lot of research for it. You needed to make sure that it would cover you over 6,000 metres. Up to 6,000 metres, not over 6,000 metres. And for 17 days of trekking, because we included the contingency days just in case we had to keep trekking, it cost £228.46 for the two of us. So per person it was £114.23. That's on top of the insurance that we had to purchase for the whole worldwide trip as well. So again, the costs are adding up, but it was worth it. So on top of that, so for food, like I say, each day I noted down prices for breakfast, lunch and dinner, things like Wi-Fi, showers, charging things, sweeties, things like that. So on average for 14 days of trekking for the two of us cost £632.80, and that worked out at £45.20 per day. So in effect it was £22.16 per day per person, and they say to budget between $30 to $50 per day, so it was kind of roughly the same. Our flights to Kathmandu were £800 for the two of us, so that was £400 each. It is quite pricey for a one-way ticket, but it's part and parcel, and baggage was included in that. So basically in total, so for the overall trek, the insurance, the food and everything, cost for the both of us £4,639.26. So that works out at £2,319.63. But the thing is, we had to buy sleeping bags that took us to minus 20 degrees Celsius, and we bought new walking trousers, just some gear. Merino wool was a big expense, but it was a godsend because it helps mask the smell of you, and it was really good. We got things like that, so I would round it up to, it was £5,000 for the two of us to do this trek, and that wasn't including like anything else. That's just Nepal in itself. That's for like all our equipment, the trek, and as well we we also tipped our guides. So we tipped the guide quite a lot. We gave them quite a bit of money. We gave the two porters £60 each, and we gave Hira £150 from the two of us. They said to budget between $100 and $150 per trekker.
That's US dollars.
US dollars. So it kind of worked out that way. Obviously, it was the lower end of it, but we didn't realise the porters would be such a help. We didn't, in our briefing, it didn't tell us about tipping the porters, so we gave them basically more than what the average would be for the two boys and for Hira. So it's £300 on top of that.
Plus the 2 sleeping bags we got.
Yeah, so actually it was more than £5,000, just over £5,000. So, but everybody's different. Everybody tips differently. But it's such a touchy subject. People don't talk about money, but I feel that you need to be honest about it. This is a lot. That is a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Alright.
It took us years to save up. It just felt like we were constantly, our savings were just constantly at a stagnated point. We were constantly, we'd pay for the trek and we'd blow a lot of money, and we're like, where's all our money went? And over the years, when you look at how much things that we've paid, we had a wedding, we still went on wee holidays, we still bought ourselves new phones, we got a GoPro, things like that. But
we still lived, basically.
We still lived, but at the same time, we were putting away, if not all of our wage. We were.
Yeah, I'll not say how much I was on, but I was literally putting away like 80% of my wage.
Yeah, it was a lot of money, and like I say, my mum and dad were a great help, a fantastic help. They take away the worry of having to pay for rent or pay for a mortgage. The only thing, the expense we had was the car, and again my car was a banger. So we Citroen C2, it was 15 or 16 years old. The warning light was on for months because I didn't want to get it fixed. The car in itself, was the only kind of, not independence, the only expense that we had really, that we had to pay for, and for petrol and things like that. So, but yeah, if you're thinking about doing it, it is a lot of money. It's basically like maybe 3 or 4 holidays put into one, and you would need a couple, definitely about 3, maybe 4 weeks to do Nepal.
The thing is, I wouldn't think of it as a holiday. I would think of it more as an experience and a trek rather than anything else. Because you think of a holiday, you think of like a resort of some sort.
Yeah,
but this was definitely not a resort.
No, definitely not. But so that's what I wanted to give people a rundown. You always Google how much is it to travel the world, and everybody gives you, it depends. It really depends. We didn't live on the trek. We lived quite comfortably. We didn't have to worry about what we were buying for food and things like that, because you're so tired. The only thing we did kind of get stung with, and I'm still kind of livid about it, was the higher you get, you have an option to buy like a Wi-Fi card, like gives you 10 gig, and you can use in all the tea houses. But Robbie's one stopped working after a while, and it was £17. So it's a lot of money for one thing. It's like a big bit of your budget.
The one thing I would say though is definitely get a SIM card as soon as you get into Kathmandu.
Yeah.
I noticed that a lot of times that my phone would actually be picking up 4G when I was actually up there. So you don't necessarily need the Wi-Fi all the time. It's just that when you do go to certain areas, you will have nothing.
Yeah, I mean it's part and parcel. We went with the Ncell, like I mentioned before, and it was $24 for the two of us for 16 gig each. That's a lot, and it was a good deal. The one in Thailand was a lot more expensive, and we'll talk about that again. But yeah, so just wanted to give a rundown of everything that we spent, and if you're wanting to do it, like I said, it was a lot of money. So it was worth it. I'm glad we done it. It's something we'll remember forever. Definitely.
Happy I've done it.